Wow, well, what a wonderful couple of days we've just had here in Buckinghamshire, in the market town of Olney. Proud to join the celebrations of 250 years of the hymn, the song, the anthem, Amazing Grace, written by the vicar here once upon a time, John Newton, who'd been a captain on a slave ship and saw the most horrific things, which I suspect he took for granted initially. He was then caught in a storm and found some faith, and the rest is history, quite literally. My faith was reassured last night seeing children from St Vincents School for the Visually Impaired in Liverpool come down to Olney and plant a tree with the children and cubs and scouts here in Olney. To see them scatter seeds that had been given to them by the King on the coronation, to some from Liverpool, and to see them scatter those seeds in the fields, in the meadows there. I worked with St Vincents in lockdown on a couple of live streams, which is where I kind of started a lot of the crazy stuff with live streams.
That saved a wretch like me.
But it's great to actually meet them and to go into the school back in the start of the year, actually, to help launch the Save Our Subjects campaign with 20 other organisations, all the teacher unions, the specialist arts and crafts and music organisations, a project led by the Independent Society of Musicians and the Edge Foundation. To see Emily and to hear Emily sing Amazing Grace was just spellbinding. It was just wonderful. And I hope she goes far. To see her teaching today, the assertiveness, the professionalism, the confidence, the quest for perfection that she showed in herself and the young people she was teaching to sing today was wonderful.
Yeah, that's it. And then it's fireflies, not fireflies.
Fireflies, I've got fireflies.
Yeah, okay. Right, so if I sing 2 lines and then you sing back to me. So, I like the flowers, I like the daffodils. Your turn.
I like the flowers, I like the daffodils.
I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. Your turn.
I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills.
And I like the fireflies when the lights are low.
And I like the fireflies when the lights are low.
Can we just do that part again because we were a little bit out of time? This is the beat. I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills. With me singing, it'll be fine. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, and
We're here at Olney Middle School and we're just swapping over sessions. We've got 4 different workshops, one in the music, one in mobility and independence, one in Braille, and one with a magic bench. So what we're doing is we're leaving an experience of what it's like to be visually impaired, but we're leaving an experience of what visually impaired young people are leading others in doing for climate and biodiversity action. It's called reverse inclusion. We are leading. This evening you're going to see a whole load of creativity that the children will have experienced today, which will all feature into Amazing Grace 250. Was blind, but now I see. And what do we see? A vision, a mission, and action.
do again. I like the flowers, I like the daffodils, and I like the mountains, I like the rolling hills, and I like the fireflies when the lights are low. Do-wop-be-do-wop-be-do-wop-be-do. Okay? That's really good. Well done.
I'm just a dad. I'm on a mission to raise 1 million quids to inspire 1 million kids. So if you can spare £1 for the hashtag #R10023 campaign and appeal, then please do, because I want to get 23 people like me on the road. Initially 3. One in Shropshire, birthplace of the Industrial Revolution, which is where I'm from, a Shropshire lad. One in Cornwall, because Richard Trevedick, the son of Cornwall, went to Ironbridge to get locomotion made, the world's first steam loco that powered the Industrial Revolution. And Yorkshire, which obviously provided a lot of the coal, but is now a hotbed, an epicentre, a creative epicentre for the cultural and creative revolution, with Leeds 2023 doing incredible work and Bradford 2025 coming up. We've got an amazing day planned with a school community in Bradford in a few weeks. So watch this space, hashtag #OurMillion23. We're igniting the creativity revolution that our children, our communities and our country still so desperately need. And I hope you'll join me, I hope you'll join us on this journey. Here tonight in a churchyard, bringing back fond memories for me as a child and my family. So let's just listen to the birds, shall we? Well, let's not listen to the birds for too long. Let's get Emily back on, shall we? Let's press a button here. Which one do I need? Is it that one? Yes! Emily. And we've actually got another special guest here as well. We've actually got, looks like we've actually got, we've got Jackson here. Jackson, speak to us, Jackson. Hello, young man. What's your, so you've tell everybody what your role was on all this project.
So my role was to basically help out with the video side of things, making the videos and the promo for all of the for this project. Basically, it's been absolutely amazing. I've loved it.
We've had some fun, haven't we, making videos and stuff? And you've got some pretty sort of fancy video kit, and you've been sort of helping me out and shooting a lot of stuff, running around, downloading rushes. And you're a student at St Vincents, are you?
Yes.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us. I'm hoping we might get a few more members of the community joining us on Zoom. We've got quite a lot of people logged on. Let's see if we get some messages. If you are watching us at home, basically we can pull your messages up and pull them on screen. So for example, McCarthy Phillips has come in here and says we can see you, which is great. But if you've got any comments, you want to say anything, then do chip those messages in. So Emily, you we just saw the video there from Olney. I mean, You've sung Amazing Grace quite a few times, haven't you? I mean, what's your thought? What do you feel when you sort of sing that? So what tell us about those moments you've had this year?
So the moments I've had this year have been absolutely amazing. I really enjoy singing Amazing Grace. I can really tell that I'm telling a story, and I love that last line especially. I was blind, but now I see. Because even though I might not have vision myself, I've still got creative vision, which means I can come up with a lot of creative ideas.
Absolutely, and I've certainly seen that that's the case in the time that I've spent working with you at the school there. In fact, we made a film, didn't we? You say you don't need vision to see. We did actually make a film quite recently, actually. Let me see if I can pull that one up, actually. Do you remember the context of that? Do you remember what that was about?
So that was about the Golden Door Forum that we contributed to this year as a school. We wrote a song called Freedom and we sent that into the Golden Door Forum, which the launch event for that was a few weeks ago. So that was then launched onto the Golden Door Forum.
Fantastic. Should we play that film now? Should we show people that film quickly?
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to. I think Dr. Patterson was going to come on. He's not managed to join us yet. I'm just going to play that film because that was a film that I know Jackson did the video shooting for that and helped pull it together. But this really was the definition of a team effort, wasn't it? Let's see if we can get this to play. So let's play this.
From the banks of the Mersey, and under the lava beds. What's through this golden door? Come on, let me show you.
Freedom. Don't need vision to see.
Freedom, can't you see? As good as for you, as good as for me. Freedom, hope, equity, a golden door. Good as for you, as good as for me.
A world where we can live free, all this fighting, no need. In hope, we are the seeds, and with hope, we believe.
Freedom, can't you see? As good as for you, as good as for me. Freedom, hope, equity, a golden door. Good as for you, as good as for me.
A world where we can live free, all this fighting, no need.
Freedom, equality, freedom, freedom, humility, freedom, Alice's Amen. Freedom, equality, freedom, freedom, humility, freedom.
Don't need vision to see.
Fantastic, I did enjoy that. In fact, Jackson, you were very involved in that, weren't you? Tell us a little bit what you got up to in that one.
Don't need vision to see.
So with that video, it was more about gathering up all the students and trying to get the shots filmed. But it was really fun getting the tripod and all the equipment set up and trying to make use of what we could in the around the school, trying to get shots and all that. It was honestly such a good day filming.
Brilliant. Emily, you played the flute in that, didn't you? You're a lady of many talents, aren't you?
Yeah.
How many other instruments do you play?
Well, so singing is my strongest passion, but then I do sometimes play flute, and I also play piano.
Because I remember seeing in Olney when you were working in the school in one of the reverse inclusion projects where students from St Vincents worked with children in the school there, and instead of people coming to help you, you were helping them, and that's reverse inclusion, what it is really. But you like the idea of singing, do you? Is teaching music something you're keen to do then, you say?
Yeah, so I'm very keen to teach music because I really want to inspire so many young people, because music teachers throughout my life have inspired me and have really reminded me why I want to be a music teacher, because it's just such a rewarding job.
And obviously, I mean, you're partially sighted or extremely partially sighted, nearly blind, I think, aren't you? I mean, have you considered the logistics of that? Do people talk to you about whether that's realistic?
So people do ask, like, what can I see around me, and the answer to that question is colours, shapes and shadows. So I can see things around me, but I struggle with things like steps on roads and things like that kind of camouflage into one another. That's the best explanation I could really give, because it's kind of like, that's why I use my long cane, because if I don't see the step in front of me, then it's kind of not very safe. So it's important that I use my long cane in environments where
And I think I should probably just explain to you what we've got here. So basically, on the screen, for yourself and anybody else who's got some visual impairment, I'm standing here with my baseball cap on, my Steamco baseball cap on, which has got my Steamco logo on it, which is the same logo that the McLaren team put on their car, and it gave me the idea, well, if they're going to put it on their car, why don't I put it on my hat? I've got some very cheap Amazon glasses on. They're about £2 a pair. They look a bit cheaper than the ones that Jackson's wearing. I've actually got a T-shirt on that says "Save Our Subjects," because when I came to Liverpool back in February, I was there for a week working with schools, launching the Save Our Subjects campaign, which is a campaign of 30 organisations, all the education ed trade unions, specialist bodies responsible for music, for art, for design, all these organisations, the creative industries, because we're very concerned about art and creativity being squeezed out of schools and how important these things are. And working with you, we've seen importance from not just well-being, but obviously employment possibilities, because obviously if you become a music teacher, that's important to you. If Jackson becomes a video editor, so that's why I've got my Save Our Subjects t-shirt on. I've actually got my high-vis jacket on as well, because it's a bit dangerous here down by the pier head. I don't want to get run over. A lot of people laugh at me having a high-vis on. I used to just wear an ordinary orange one, but I now have a higher-than-high-vis jacket because I I went to the World Guinness World Record Disco Dancing Championship at a festival a couple of summers ago called Camp Bessel, and had the world's biggest mirror ball. They lifted it up with a crane, so I thought I needed a decent high vis. So I made this for that. I actually made it myself, and it's actually been to about 20 festivals. It's a bit dogged. Did you feel it when you were there, Emily? Have you ever felt my my high vis jacket with the sequins on it?
No, I've never.
I should have let you run your hands over it. It's quite an interesting experience, actually. And I'll be honest with you, I'm looking a little bit hot and sweaty, because it is obviously hard and hot work doing these live streams. And I'm not actually going to. Well, I'm going to show you, and I'll describe the situation here, Emily, because I'm not really. I mean, Jackson knows a little bit about technology. I know he's a bit of a crafty devil. He knows his way around a lot of this technology. Why is that not coming on? Let's have a look. I've got a GoPro here. I'm going to see if I can turn the GoPro on. No, it doesn't seem to want to come on. Why not? That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh well. The truth of the matter is, I'm actually in front of a green screen in the spare bedroom at home. So I've just had 2 days up there with you in Liverpool. And I went up there for one very, very good reason, didn't I? Can you tell everybody what happened this week that caused me to come up to Liverpool for, I think, the 7th time this year?
So, I have been shortlisted as one of the most creative people in Liverpool. I'm in the top 3 as one of the finalists. So I have been nominated for that, and I should find out more about that next year.
Oh right, so you're down to the last 3. That's phenomenal, because quite often when they have these award sessions like this, they have long lists of about 20 people. I think it's a way of getting lots of people to go to the ceremony. But you're down to the last 3, so you've got a very good chance of winning it, haven't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. How did you feel about that?
It feels, to be honest, I'm quite proud of myself.
I think so too.
Yeah, I feel really happy about it and very grateful that I was nominated.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I don't mean to sort of criticise somewhere like Bognor Regis or Skegness, but they kind of sound sort of boggy and skeggy, don't they? But I think if you were down to the last 3 creative people in Bognor Regis and Skegness, I'd say, well, that's great. But being down to the last 3 creative young people in a city like Liverpool, which is synonymous with creativity, which is called Music City. I don't know if you know, but Liverpool is the only English city or town that has UNESCO World Music status, and you are down to one of the 3 most creative young people. Now, I don't think this is box ticking. I don't think this is an exercise in kind of political correctness. I have seen you at work. I've seen you working with young people. I have seen you singing. I've heard you singing, and I think that, and I know how hard you work. I know how hard you work to get to concerts, to rehearse, to get technology working, and I can't imagine anything better deserved, to be honest with you, Emily. So, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
I see a friend of mine actually. Carol has come into the Zoom. Actually, I don't know if Carol's going to put her camera on, but she does a lot of work with young people like yourself, and is from Newcastle actually. So we've almost got an international audience. It's a good job I didn't criticise the creativity of people in Newcastle or North Tyneside. I've probably got it wrong by saying Newcastle actually. I know what these people can be like sometimes, but no, this is fantastic. It's absolutely great to it's an honour for me to do this with you. And what I'd like to do now, I think we should start getting ready to show this film, because you've not heard the final mix before, have you, Emily?
No, I haven't.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, how exciting are you at the moment?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I think you've got to be careful with these 10 out of 10s. Yesterday you gave the kids 8 out of 10, and then they tried a bit harder and you gave them 10 out of 10. As far as I was concerned, there's nowhere to go then if you're not careful. So if you give them too much, I wouldn't. I don't think you should give out 10s. I think you should start recalibrate down to about 5 and 6. Then you've got a little bit of room to grow into, haven't you? But
yeah.
So tell us. Actually, should we just watch the film and then talk about it? Because we might give too much away, mightn't we? If we talk about what it happened. Now, how would you like to do this, Emily? Would you like me to play it and describe it to you first? Would you like me to play it so you can hear the music, and then we'll play it again and I can describe it to you? What would work for you?
Yeah, that would work if maybe we played it.
Just
You
play
hear
the
the music,
music?
and then if you could describe it to me afterwards.
Shall I do that?
That'd be great.
I think that'd be
Yes,
lovely.
please.
I think what we'll do is we'll get rid of that ugly mug in the middle there. We'll get rid of him. He's gone. That was that ugly mug. Just be quite clear. I better turn the audio down as well if he's going to be cheeky. Jackson was basically in the middle. So Emily, hold tight. I'll make sure the audio's up. I was blown away to work with you on this, and you cannot be prouder than this. So let's play the video, and I hope everybody at home, if you are on Zoom, at the end of it, I'd like you to unmute, please. Everybody unmute as soon as you know it's finishing, because I want a massive round of internet applause for this, because I think this is an incredible achievement. Okay, let's do it.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. The Lord has promised His blood to me, His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Was blind, but now I see.
How did that sound, Emily?
Really good. I love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What really struck you? Did anything stand out particularly?
I love the verse with the children in it. It was really good because I feel like it was very heartfelt and it tells a story.
Amazing. What I'll do is I'll do my best to audio describe it for you.
Yeah.
Is that cool? So the opening scene is the sign outside St Peter and St Paul Church in Olney, and it says 250 years ago, and it pans across to the church. The vicar of this church wrote a hymn. We can see some grass, and it says wrote a hymn, wrote an anthem. We see the Union Jack flag. He'd been the captain, and the camera pans across the graveyard to show the camper van. He'd been the captain of a slave ship, and one day he was caught in a storm and he sought forgiveness. There's pictures of slaves in the museum. We then cut to Liverpool to see the starship flying past Catholic Cathedral, and then we see an amazing video of our starship, a cardboard starship flying through the sky. And Starship, our camper van, is driving into an estate, closely followed by you and Dr. Patterson in the Vincents minibus. Dr. Patterson helps you out of the minibus, and you grab Jackson's arm and you go over the garden path and round the side of the house, through the garden, into what looks like a garage with a garden door. And you led into a recording studio and you start to read the music. And then you are singing in front of a microphone with a round black spit guard on front of it, although I was told it wasn't a spit guard, a pop filter. Now we can see the mixer in the Scratch Studios as we look over his mixing desk to see you through a window. And there you are singing, back to you with your headphones on, singing your heart out. Goodness me, you're going to catch some flies with that mouth open like that. Now we're looking over your shoulder back towards the mixing studio, and now we're zooming in on you, and you've got your eyes closed, you are loving it, and it's faded out. Where are we now? We've got some candles in the chapel at school, and we're panning, and we can see you standing in front of them. And now we can see you singing with, oh, there's a Christmas tree behind you. The camera's pulling out. It looks like there's a blurry altar behind you because you're in focus and the background's blurred, because Jackson did a great job of filming this. And now we're zooming in on you again. We can see the Christmas tree, we can see the altar, we can see all the candles. Lovely, lovely sight. You're holding the microphone. And now we've got the where we're going now, we're panning off you over the candles. Oh, we can see the crib and the nativity scene, and the camera pulls away like a zoom, like a drone in the chapel. And here you are, you've got the children behind you, and they're singing. They've all got Christmas jumpers on. It was Christmas jumper day when we went to All Saints Catholic Primary in Anfield, and you're standing in front of them and they're all standing behind you, remember that? And they're all singing their hearts out. It's absolutely lovely. Some are sitting on the floor, some are standing. There's a Christmas tree behind, there's an altar with a Bible and some holly, and the children again, lovely blurred shot from Jackson, then one of his cinematic shots. That's one of his specialities. And again we've got another drone shot. The camera pulls up high and it's like we're on the ceiling. Where are we going to now? Oh, we're in Olney with you walking, holding hands with your carers and all the students going to plant the tree of hope. They're digging a hole, they've just planted the tree there. And one of your colleagues, one of your students is doing that. There you are, you're kneeling down, giving people seeds, and the people are throwing the seeds and scattering the seeds that you've just given them. The Starship 22 and St Vincents Camp minibus are there at Olney Middle School. And we zoom in on the logo, and the children have got iPads on, they're looking at Braille. And there you are standing there teaching them to sing. And now there's a drone flying across the dock with Starship 22 in the ground over to the Liver building, and there you are standing on beautiful green astroturf, and we've got a zoom in of you, and now it's over your shoulder, another one of Jackson's cinematic shots of the scene in the background. And there you are, you're looking very cold actually, you're a bit shivery here, and it was the first time you'd seen this verse as well, so the words weren't brilliant for this, but it doesn't matter, it's a beautiful shot, absolutely lovely shot. And we're going behind you and we can see the Docklands area. And now it's a shot of you singing. And the camera pulls out, we can see green astroturf behind you. And there you are, you're on the balcony of the Royal Liver Suite in the Royal Liver building, where they have weddings, they have events. And the text says, will you help make Emily's Christmas? Will you help make Amazing Grace? number one for Christmas 23, hashtag number one for Xmas 23, and there's a picture of the single with your smiling face on the front holding a microphone. It says streaming by the song, join the Facebook group, sing or send a selfie. And that's what we want people to do. We want people to sing the words, was blind but now I see, and stick a video on YouTube and stick a video on Facebook so you can hear it. It says number one for Christmas, a STEAMco co-creation in collaboration with STEAMco Save Our Subjects and St Vincents School. St Vincent's School for the Visually Impaired and Other Needs, as well as the Save Our Subjects, over 30 organisations coming together for art and creativity. And then it comes up with a list of everybody involved: Dr. Patterson, myself, yourself as a singer, the choir, the All Saints Catholic Primary School in Anfield, and other people that helped, including the composer Thiago Nassif Lopez, camera person Jackson, sound production by Scratch Studios, aerial photography by Aztec Drones, and location, of course, the Royal Liver Building and St Peter and St Paul Church in Olney. And my inspiration, our inspiration, Sir Ken Robinson, one of Liverpool's finest people. Number one for Christmas, part of our mission to raise £1 million to inspire 1 million kids to aim higher than high, powered by their creativity in our communities. Hashtag our Million23, part of hashtag our Creativity 23 year. But we're very delighted that all proceeds of the sale of the videos going to St Vincents, which is a charity itself. So that's what we're talking about, Emily. That's what we talk about. What do you reckon to that, Jackson? You could see that, couldn't you? You've got good sight. What do you think of that?
I absolutely love that. It was amazing. I had so much fun being a part of making that video a reality.
I could really picture the different shots that were filmed, and because I remember being in those exact places, so it was amazing.
Well, it's been incredible to work with you. We're now making that song available. It is available for people to buy for £1. But what are your thoughts about the work we're doing with STEAMco, what you've heard about it?
I think it's amazing, and I think it's really good that awareness is being spread about creativity and how it should remain in schools, because I feel like creativity is really important in a child's education.
Absolutely. I mean, important in education. We say creativity in our schools, in our work, and in our lives. Schools, obviously, because creative subjects inspire young people to get the most from their education, also takes them down a route that might give them a career, might help them make some money, make some friends, make the world a better place, as we say. Also in our lives, because creativity and music. Liverpool is a vibrant city. There are bands, there are music halls, there are pubs, there are clubs, entertainment. I mean, Liverpool is a buzzing, vibrant city. Culture Liverpool do incredible work, and that's music and art and culture in people's lives and in people's work. You know, this is a way of making a living for a lot of people. It's not the easiest business to make money in. Everybody looks at the Ed Sheerans and the Nile Rodgers and the Elton Johns of this world, Adele and people like that. But it doesn't have to be about making money, and I think that's the important thing, really. Whether it's making films, as Jackson does, to make a little bit of money, or just as a hobby, or just to get word out. I mean, making films is just like we used to write poems and write letters, you know. People forget that. It's just another way of expressing ourselves. So, wow, so I don't know if you've got any messages in. Anybody typed any messages on the system? Let's have a look, see if we've got any messages coming in. Got a message here from Scratch Studios, Adam and Frank down there. Loved working with you guys. Well done, Emily, Jackson and Nick. Well, they were fantastic. Really, really great. I mean, it was just a lovely setup. I'd like to have got some video of that together, but tonight we've just focused on the live stream. What we'll do is we'll make some little videos of the making of the film, because we had a lot of fun with those guys and they helped us out at the very last minute. Frank Trevor here. Well done, Emily, Jackson and Nick. So that's great. Got another message coming on Facebook there. Somebody here says amazing in many ways. Longstaff eMedia, they've put a lovely message in, so thanks for that. They've put that message in on YouTube. So if you have got any messages, got McCarthy Phillips, well done, amazing, well done, Emily. Chris Tolson's joined in from Yorkshire, so he's the head teacher of a fantastic school, Academy St James, which is another faith school. And we've got some claps here from from the Scratch Studio. They're getting quite excited. I must admit a little secret, actually. I'd sent them a message earlier saying I'm going to call them Scrap Studios, because that's what Siri put in, and I didn't change it. They got a bit upset about that. No, they didn't really. We had a little bit of a laugh. Sarah's joined in. Thanks for that, Sarah. Chris Tolston. I've missed all these messages. Janet Shepherd's been watching on here. We've got Scratch Studio again. Best of luck, Emily. Sharon Hodgson. Fantastic. So Sharon Hodgson is an MP for Sunderland, who is the chair of the committee that promotes art and design in schools. So she's a very special guest. And you won't believe this, but the last time I saw her was actually in Liverpool, because I got an invitation very short notice to the Labour Party conference, because I was in town doing some live stream events, and I was driving around with some speakers on the roof of my van playing All Together Now by the Farm, actually, and Sharon was crossing the road. She came over and gave me a big hug through the window, which is lovely. She's a real champion for art and creativity. So this is great. It's lovely to get all these messages in. So thanks for joining us there, Sharon. Thanks to everybody for coming online tonight. There are a couple of little films I'd just like to show, actually. And one of them is one that Dr. Patterson, he's logged on, he's watching, but he isn't able to actually come on with a video camera. He's got some tech issues. But it's a good job he's good at running a school, isn't it? And good job at inspiring and connecting and collaborating. Dr. Patterson is a legend, an absolute ledge. But let's, as I believe you young people say, I don't know. Did I get that right, did I? So Emily, do you know anything about Beatlife coming to the school?
I knew that they came to do a drumming workshop, yeah.
So can you tell us what Beatlife are? Because I'm going to line up a video. Do you know? Do you know? If you don't,
I just
don't worry.
know that they are a drumming company who did a workshop in my school. But that's really all I know about them. But yeah, it is amazing what they did.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to play that video out now. I'm going to get rid. Hang on, I've got audio in my ears. I've got two little videos that I want to share. Dr. Patterson has sent me a couple of videos on WhatsApp. Actually, he can work WhatsApp, which is good. Actually, I shouldn't be cheeky. Should be clip my ear when I'm up there next time if I'm not careful. So I'm going to get this Beatlife video ready. Oh, this looks fantastic. I can see Bo there actually. Oh, it's fantastic. So let's get rid of that ugly mug again, and and let's play this video out. Fantastic. Look at this. Superb. Just another day at St Vincents. So what's happening here, Emily, is we've got all the children in the chapel. They've got drums. They're wearing red t-shirts. You've got old people, young people. Beautiful sunny day. Sun streaming in through the window. And they've all got Beatlife written on the back of their t-shirts in graffiti. There are people there with shakers. We've got all sorts of people having a fantastic time. I know little Bo there at the front because he helped us on the video we did with you. I was hoping we might see Prince Will actually. He's not there, but we've got students and all sorts. It's fantastic, absolutely lovely sight. Beatlife. Are they from Liverpool? Are they, Emily? Do you know?
As far as I know, yeah.
Do you know much about this, Jackson, by any chance?
Unfortunately, I don't. I'm not actually sure when this happened. I don't think I was a part, or maybe I was off. I'm not sure, to be honest. Sorry.
I tell you what, every time I go to St Vincents, there's something fantastic happening. It really is a super place, isn't it? And I've got another film here actually, and this is a film, and on this one I can see a young lady in a yellow t-shirt on a bandstand. And if I look very carefully, it looks as if that young lady is Emily Garner. Let's play this out. And it's Emily at Strawberry Fields. So this is Emily at Strawberry Fields playing or singing Amazing Grace again, which is absolutely fantastic. And there's somebody in front of you filming, and there's a whole choir behind you. This is lovely. Wow, fantastic! That was lovely. So you've got many appearances, and in a little film I made earlier, we had a film of you singing it at the Eurovision as well, didn't you? Which really was something very, very special. So there we go. Goodness me, we've had quite a little journey there tonight. So yes, we've had quite a lot of comments in. I'm just going to see if there are any more comments before we finish. If you have just joined us, we have just premiered the #1 for Xmas 23 single, which Emily sung beautifully, was accompanied by children from All Saints Catholic Academy primary school in Anfield. We were very grateful to Scratch Studios for the production work that they did there. Absolutely wonderful job that they did here. And I'd also like to credit somebody called Thiago Nassif Lopez, who made the music for us. We literally had 24 hours to get this together. Unbelievable, if I say it myself. I do surprise myself sometimes, because I heard on Wednesday that Emily had been shortlisted to the last 3. I was in Liverpool Thursday. We were in a studio Thursday morning, and we recorded it Thursday morning. You hadn't even seen all the words when we rocked up at 9:30, Emily, I don't think, had you? And Dr. Patterson, I think, possibly forgot to give you those words, but not to worry. But we recorded it. We then went down to the Liver building. We filmed it. We then, the next morning, Friday, went down to All Saints Catholic Primary in Anfield, and we filmed that. And I mean, for me, it's just been an incredible project. And I apologise, the video is a little bit thrown together. But what do you think, Jackson? Do you think we got away with it?
I think it was boss. Yeah, it seemed
think it was
great.
what? Sorry.
I think it was boss.
Boss. Is that? Oh, that's. I need to say that more often, don't I?
Scouse slang.
I need to be on. I need to be more on more live streams with dudes in beanie hats, don't I, and hoodies. Yeah. I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best not to show my age too much. So I've now got. Yeah, I think we're just about done. I think what I'm going to do is actually play the video out again. If anybody wasn't here the first time. Thank you for joining us, Jackson. Really appreciate it. We'll put the links up if anybody wants to buy it or help us get it streamed. We need to get this out there now, and hopefully it'll be on iTunes in the next few days. But it's currently on Bandcamp. You can play it a couple of times. If people can pay £1, they can pay £1 there. This isn't about the money. This is about showcasing. This is about championing creativity and the amazing talent of young people like you, Emily, and young people like you, Jackson. Thank you so much for joining us both tonight. Anything else you want to say? Any shout outs to your posse? Anybody who's helped you get this far? So Jackson, anybody you want to thank before we log off tonight?
Absolutely no one but my mum. She's made me the person I am.
You'll get me going, you will, mate. I've met your mum. She's a grafter. She's one of Liverpool's grafters, you know, and I've seen that lady work. She did a double shift today. So, yeah, good for her. Thank you so much for joining us, Jackson. I'll see you very soon, yeah? All the best. Fist bump.
No problem. See ya.
Boom, boom,
Thank
boom.
you for having
Fist
me on.
bumps. No, fantastic. Cheers,
Boom.
man. Emily, anybody you want to say thank you to, or anybody you want to put a shout out to before we sign off tonight?
So I just want to say thank you to everyone for all the support when it came to reposting everything on Twitter about the single and things like that. I'd also like to thank all of my teachers at St Vincents. You've taught me everything I know about music and how to kind of perform, and also how to really find my passion. But somebody who I would especially love to thank is my mum. She has really made me the person I am, and I really don't think I would be the person I am today if it wasn't for her.
I'm not going to argue with that, Emily. I'm not going to come on screen again. I'm going to leave that memory. I'm going to leave this, and I hope your mum sees this, and I hope she's very, very proud of you, because I'm proud to know you. I'm proud to work with you. I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank Dr. Patterson. I'd like to thank Jackson. I'd like to thank everybody down there at Scratch Studios. I'd like to thank the guys at Aztec Drones. I'd like to thank Thiago for making that music for me from Argentina in literally 24 hours. He's a highly acclaimed classical arranger, but I'm going to leave everybody with your beautiful singing. Emily Garner, thank you so much for everything, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're feeling the music again. The camera's on your back. You're in the studio. A beautiful sight. A beautiful sound.
The sound that saved a wretch like me. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. The Lord has promised God to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. Was blind, but now I see.